Hi, Mike Rizzuto here from Mastermind Incorporated. Welcome back to our Mastermindinc.net YouTube channel, where the 57 through 60 Cadillacs are the star of the show. This is going to be episode 5 of the 57-58 Eldorado Brougham roof refinishing project. I've been trying to show these little imperfections in the roof before I really start getting into this and tearing it all up, and it's very difficult, but I'm going to try again. So anyway, I'm going to take another tour around and kind of show where the low spots are. Here we have some little low spots, so I figured I'd mark them with the marker so it's easier to see. That little spot is a little pit in the weld. And like I said, most of these cars, the vast majority of Broughams, the roofs are made in 3 pieces like this. However, I do have some really early cars here, number 23, 24, and 28, where the roofs are made in 1 piece. I wanted to also point out that this area that I had some help, I use the term loosely, on this roof here, where they put this high spot in here. They had a crease, and they tried to get this crease out and put a high spot in it. This crease continues, which I didn't realize earlier, another foot beyond where the roof reinforcement rib is. So they worked up to the reinforcement rib, and then they stopped because they couldn't get behind it, and they decided not to help me over here, which is good. However, I have tried to get this high spot down a little bit, and it's not so easy. Over here, I've drawn lines, and this is not a good angle to get it at, so I'll get in here. I've drawn a line where the crease is in the center here. Of course, this is the hardest possible place to try to fix this. You couldn't have picked a worse place to do that. And some of these little lines here, these are just marks where there are deep scratches going, and, at angles, at different angles, not in line with the brush lines. And that seems to be just a situation where they just took some flat sheet that had some deep gouges in it, ran it through a sander, and didn't get all the scratches out from the factory. So those are from the factory. There's some more of those over here, which I thought originally were file marks, but I don't think they are. If you remember on the previous videos, I tried to show you all of these little low spots in the roof, and this is very hard to show, but I'm going to try to catch the light just right, and I'm not having too much luck again. But I'll try it over here. I thought this problem was just in one area, but it seems to be all over the roof. Oh yeah, here we go. Catching a light right now to see it. If I move the camera slowly back and forth, you can see all those little tiny low spots and divots. But you've got to get the light to reflect just at the right angle to see this. And it's nearly impossible to show the extent to which this problem exists on the roof with this camera. You can see it when you're here in person, when the light hits it just right, but trying to capture this on the camera is very difficult. There, if I go, I mean, you can assume that there are 10 times more of these little spots than you can actually see here. Here we go. Maybe that helps if I zoom in a little bit more. See, there's just very tiny little low spots all over the place, and I believe that's from a dull sanding machine of some sort. But that's in the factory finish. This is not damage after the fact. and that's going to be very hard to get out. We also have that same problem on this side of center. I was showing you the right side of that big crease. Now this is the left side of that big crease, and I'm not sure it's picking it up, but I'm going to try. No, the lighting is, just can't get the light at the right angle here.